Mulberry.
Episode 45.
Shouldn't it be playing like the boom, 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 Mulberry? You got to edit
Do you
that
like that
in too?
intro? Yeah, I had to put that in.
Oh.
You thought I did that live or what?
I kind of like it, so now it's kind of killing the mood.
Oh, I should just get it to where we can play it for us or what?
Yeah, maybe holographic or the sound or something,
Yeah. Well, episode 45, Mulberry Podcast. Jer Bear. It's like my uncle who got out of prison.
I'm happy to be here. Or you're happy to be here because you're at my house.
In the 70s room.
Wait, why did I get out of prison?
You look like you're my Uncle Jer who just got out of prison. You've been in there for like 22 years on a drug charge.
That's... I don't know about that.
Dude, also, I didn't know I made muscle shirts. I didn't realize I made muscle shirts.
You
guys.
do. You could charge extra for them.
I would charge extra for less fabric.
Mm-hmm. Just because it's more fashionable. For people who's got big arms.
Muscle shirts are not fashionable.
You should see me every day. I'm supporting a muscle shirt.
Could you wear muscle shirts at work?
I'm thinking no.
You know, if you rip the sleeves off the Fortis tees,
I got some. Yeah.
but you don't wear them to work?
No, those are extras. So I like to have
You
extras.
should try it. You should try it. Tell them it's fucking hot because the AC don't work in there no more.
Yeah.
So just tell them that you want to,
Go sleeveless.
Air out.
They probably wouldn't say nothing.
No.
Mm-mm.
I got my moonshine koozie, but I bought 16-ounce cans on accident.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. It works.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps my hands not cold. You don't drink no more, huh?
I don't drink anymore. It's been like 8, 9, 10 years.
It's a long time.
It is, but you'll get there. One day you'll realize, you'll be like, yeah, I need to stop.
Do I need to stop?
I don't know. Only you can judge that.
What's up, dude? What are we going to talk about today? What do you want to talk about, Jerry? We talk about this.
You know what? I can tell you an interesting little fact. Did you know way back in the beginning of time, like when Moses, like we're talking Moses, like when he was like up on the mountain, Mount Minnetonka, whatever it was, and God was talking through him through the burning bush, that was a mulberry bush.
Was it really?
So you got that going for you.
God's on my side?
I'm just saying,
Well, you said
that
so
bush
that's a
is still
fact.
burning.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Or is that a religious fact?
The bush is still burning.
Where's the bush?
On that Mount Minnetonka
Where's that?
and the other continent in
In the Middle East somewhere?
Asia, Africa, one of the continents over there.
And you're not good with geography?
Well, I am, but not when it comes to like, biblical geography. But they said like the bush, because it was burning, but it wasn't like on fire. And then like when it burned out, it just like spawned another one. That's what they say. I haven't been there
what's
to
the
see it.
significance? What's the significance of the mulberry bush then?
Well, that's God was talking through him through that bush. You never heard the story of the burning bush?
No.
He was talking to Moses through the bush. And people were like,
Moses on that glass, huh?
they're like, are you crazy or what?
Talking to a bush, dude.
That's how you got the 10 Commandments.
Dude, you can go talk to your local crackhead down the street and he'd tell you a story similar to that.
Yeah, he would.
Talking to the fucking tree and say God was talking to him.
Yeah.
And told him that he should rob Fast and Essay down there.
Yeah.
Why I want to No? That's an interesting fact, though. I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know the significance of a mulberry.
Yeah. So, I mean, bush. It just works out for you that way.
I guess, dude. Shout out to all the religious people.
Yeah. So, how long have you been doing this? Like a little over a year now, right? I know it's like episode 45. But I know you took a little hiatus there for a little bit, but it's been over a year, right? Because you started this like right before COVID.
Yeah, my first one I think was in January of 2020.
Was it January?
Maybe February.
Maybe.
But yeah, so it's been like a little over a year. But yeah, then like during that. Well, what happened was when COVID hit like real heavy and everyone was freaking out. Excuse me. We got put on 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So then and then I started school. I had one class left. I had a summer school class.
I remember that.
So I stopped because I was just trying to really focus on getting my degree. Since I've been going to school for 8 years. Usually if you go to school for that long, you're going for your doctorates.
Yeah.
I was still trying to get my bachelor's. So
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, you figure, over a year. How do you feel? Like how far you come? I mean, I know you sell merchandise and stuff like that.
Yeah, here. I mean,
what's your ultimate goal? Do you want to like reach like FUBU level?
What's FUBU? Fucked up. What?
No. You know FUBU?
Oh, that's FUBAR.
FUBU. For us, by us.
That's a clothing
brand.
That's
why yes, that's a clothing brand.
That's what it stands for?
For us, by us.
I didn't know that.
You know who makes it, right?
Teaching me all types of shit today. What's up?
Yeah.
I need some more old fucks on here, huh?
Yeah. I mean, when you've been around, you pick things up. So, I mean, if you want to reach that kind of level, or if you just like whatever.
Well, what do you mean by FUBU?
I mean, it's a big name. I mean, it's not like Nike or.
Or are you just saying the brand like?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do you? I mean.
I don't know.
Do you have a goal?
Not really. I just like doing this stuff.
You just like doing it.
Yeah, and wherever it goes, it goes. Like there's no like one direction. Mm-hmm. It's already drastically changed from when I first initially like had an idea on it.
Do you know how many followers you got? 400?
445.
445.
I checked today.
Do you have a goal on that?
Yeah, I want to get to 1,000 because then I can start monetizing.
Good question.
I can start monetizing.
You know what you should do is like tell everyone if you hit 1,000, you'll do something or let something. Like if you hit 1,000 followers, right? Let me like hit you with a stun gun.
Something stupid.
Yeah, and you can do like a Patreon.
I do want to start a Patreon
for that, and then they would love that. So you'd be like,
just watch me just endure pain.
Yeah, I mean, you may the worst. You may pee, maybe a little poo. You're getting electrocuted.
Yeah, I know. Oh, so you want to shock me until I shit my pants?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's going to happen.
Well, see, when I was at like 290 subscribers, because that idea worked, I posted on my Insta story, which I think some people still hit me up about it because I said if I get to 300 subscribers, I'll fight my dad.
This would be better.
But it actually worked. I know. People actually wanted to see me do that who knew my dad because he's crazy. Yeah. So it worked. But I'm like, I'm not going to fight my dad. But thanks for the
This would be better. I would definitely come back just to like stun you, electrocute you.
Yeah. You ever been stunned?
No. So you let everyone know that you'll do that. And
hey, if we get to 1,000 subscribers, I guess I'm going to get stunned there.
So whenever you get an episode, just forward it to someone else. I know he tells you to like and subscribe, but forward it. Forward it to another person.
Yeah, like share it.
Yeah.
Share it, yeah.
Same difference.
On Instagram,
whatever. You just forward it.
All right.
And then we'll get to electrocute them.
You just want to see me in pain. What's wrong with you?
I'm just trying to help you out, man.
Huh?
Because you know what? If you do that and let me electrocute, I guarantee you in a week, that thing will go viral.
Yeah, it'll get a lot.
And your followers will go it will double and triple. Then you'll be on FUBU level.
You could have said a better brand than FUBU. Like, we're not in fucking 80s no more.
Yeah, but they're still around. So I picked them because, I mean, they're not Nike. They're not Tommy Hilfiger. They're like upper middle class.
But they're still around.
And they're still around. They
like
still make money. And they make, they have a target audience.
Champion, too.
What's Champion? Spark plugs?
Dude, like Champion.
Clothing brand?
Yeah.
Like your socks?
No, these are Nike, but you don't know Champion?
You're pointing at them. I know Champion.
Okay.
Are they targeting certain people?
No, they do like more collaborations and stuff. They actually kind of came back, like in a more of like a hipster.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've got Champion socks on,
Yeah.
But no, people buy Champion still.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
But they've been around forever. Fubu's, I guess, been around since what, the 80s?
I don't know when it came out. I don't think it's that old. Maybe I think that sounds like a '90s thing.
Think so?
Yeah, I'd almost guarantee.
What year were you born?
69.
69. Is that why you're so freaky?
Could be. The stars were aligning just right.
So you were in the Navy, yeah?
Yep, 4 years.
And then you said I'm fucking out of there, or what?
I'm out. I should have stayed in, but I was young.
But the coolest thing that you would tell me about, you got to travel the world, basically.
I got to see everything for free.
What was the coolest shit you got to see?
Probably the pyramids in Egypt.
You did the whole tour and all that?
Went inside, went in the tomb. It's so... No matter what you see on TV or in the books, it doesn't pale in comparison to actually seeing it in person. And you just be like, how'd they do that? You could see it on TV and ask that question, but when you're standing there and you're looking up and you're like, you're talking like 800 years ago, 1,000 years ago, whenever it was, when technology was like
a lot.
A chisel.
It was a lot longer than that, but yeah.
However long. I mean, even they didn't have. I probably didn't even have the wheel. But
I don't know.
And the boulders that they made it out came from miles away, in a desert, right? It's not like they had paved roads, and they brought this there, chiseled it, lined it up, stacked it perfectly. With the passageways inside are like a maze. So not only are they just like stacking it, they're like inverting all these little mazes. Like you got to be like a munchkin to go through. And then all of a sudden you wake in this giant tomb. And it's aligned with the stars. Perfectly aligned with the stars. The North Star, the Orion's belt.
Yeah, that's some alien shit.
So, you know what? We're not doing stuff like that today. And we have technology. And they did it back then. Were they smarter than us? Are we evolving backwards? Is that what's going on? Or was it aliens? I don't know. The government emits in UFOs now.
Yeah.
So something. But if you think about it, where they like, you know, they could do was finger paintings on the wall, but they were able to build these.
That's an interesting question. You said, are we evolving backwards? Because I feel like as humans, we rely more on technology versus...
Well, we do.
You know, versus like doing some shit.
This is all technology, right?
Yeah.
We're not building pyramids now. We're not building the Grand Canyon.
We don't fucking have to.
We're not building things that are...
Building the Grand Canyon?
Standing the test of time. We build a structure now as the first hurricane or tornado and it crumbles. Right?
Jesus.
No, we're not building things that's going to last thousands of years. I mean, like 1,000 years from now, when someone digs up our technology, it's going to be like a rusted piece of copper.
Be like a SIM card.
Yeah. What was this? But the pyramids will still be there.
Yeah.
And they'll still be wondering, how'd they do that?
Or what about like the Easter Island, like those stones or something?
Yeah.
They still try to like figure out how they like.
Those things are huge.
Yeah.
Heavy. And so like finely detailed with, you know, a hammer at best. A hammer and a flathead screwdriver.
We had the flathead back in the day.
Well, I mean, they didn't call it a flathead, but that's what it was.
They might have.
I don't even think they had words back then. But
I can't get over you fucking ripping the sleeves off my shirt.
I don't like wearing sleeves. I got a closet full of shirts with no sleeves on it. I mean, I want to be comfortable, right? Shouldn't you live your life comfortable?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I wear socks with flip flops.
They're Birkenstocks.
You say whatever you want. At the end of the day, they're flip flops. Yeah, they're not tennis shoes.
Sometimes, but you know what they say is, when you're uncomfortable, you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. That's how you grow.
So wearing socks and flip flops is uncomfortable for you?
No. Well, what interests you? Because like you recently got into podcasts.
I can tell you
stuff like that.
The the one thing that really like, I don't know. I can't shake this. This started a long time ago, and you'll know what I'm talking about. But this happened like a couple weeks ago in the Olympics. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so they're they're doing the Olympics in Tokyo, right? So there was this woman. She's a Team USA. She finished like third, right? Got the bronze.
Oh, did she smoke? She got tested positive?
No, this isn't a drug thing. So when they're getting their medals, right, and they're up on the podiums and they're playing the your national anthem, she like turned her back, and then like took her shirt off, and then she had like a thing on it that said like athlete activist, right? You didn't hear about this?
No.
Dude, you need to break out your laptop.
I've been at work, dude.
So, anyways, she was trying to make a statement, right? And, they're playing the national anthem. All the other two, the gold and the silver, she didn't even win, right? She took third place. You're gonna make a statement. You won third place. That's not the time to make a statement, But the other two, athletes who won a gold and silver, they were, they take turns playing each other's national anthem, and she just like turned her back, and
while they were playing their national
no, while they were playing the American national anthem. Okay, so we all know when this started with Colin Kaepernick, right? So here's the thing. Here's the thing I got. Okay, to do what he did, and all the players that it's become a thing now, right? To take a knee during the national anthem, and everyone wants to make their statement during the national anthem. And what they're doing is they're putting so much focus that they're doing it during then. No one even knows what message they're trying to get out, right?
Yeah.
So even Kaepernick, I mean, when he did it, it was just all about, why did you do it during the national anthem? No one even knows, or not many people even know why he did it.
Right.
So
what you're saying is it's not necessarily the message. What sucks is doing it in that point, and how people are seeing that and they're going
right, because
they're looking at it.
Where you're doing it, you're putting so much, because a lot of people is going to take offense to that, right? And they should, right? And I'm not saying they can't do it. You have the right to do it whenever you want, right? That's what you got. Just like I have the right to say that's dumb. Why'd you do that there? Because now you just took away from your main objective, because now everyone's going to focus on that.
Yeah.
Right?
Which they did,
right? Because you could probably ask 100 people, why did Kaepernick take a knee? And I bet 80 of them will be like, I don't know. Yeah. Or have a different answer. Yeah. I don't even remember anymore. Right? But we do remember he took a knee during the national anthem. Right? So
it's like the whole controversy just shifted to him doing that versus why he's doing it.
Right. And then now all the other athletes, LeBron James, everyone's talking about it and wanting to do it. But then a lot of people will say, well, they're just trying to get their message out. Well, you know what? There's a little thing called social media. I even know about, right? I know about social media. All these athletes, they probably got hundreds and thousands of followers. Millions, right?
Of followers.
You can get your message out there, right?
Which they do.
Okay, then why are you doing it there?
They just doing it all the time.
Yeah, but that's not even, you're losing your message, is getting lost right there, right? You got millions of dollars. You can host a party, right? You can rent a banquet hall and invite all these people and say, hey, we're doing this for we're protesting against police brutality, right? Whatever, that would get reporters. Everyone would show up, right? And then your message wouldn't get lost, right? Because you're doing it there's nothing else taken away from it.
Yeah. I think the point of them doing it during like a game and stuff is because there's like, millions of people tuning in. So instead of like gathering people together,
right, they're
like,
tuning in. And then 5 minutes after that, what are they talking about?
That.
They're talking about that. They're not talking about why he did it.
Yeah.
They're talking about.
Well, I know now, like the NBA, they had like like their jerseys said like equality, or they had like different like things on the jerseys, versus like doing it during the national anthem.
Yeah.
But no, I get you.
I just don't agree with it.
I just get you how I understand how Yeah, the message definitely got blurred
Well, it did.
during.
I mean, and then this woman, she did it in the Olympics. I mean, there used to be a time where, people wanted to go to the Olympics to compete, to, maybe place higher than third. I think there was only 4 competitors. She took third, and you want to make a statement? I mean,
You're more offended that she did it and she got the bronze.
no, I'm just
Like,
saying.
bring the gold
I'm
home.
just saying. I mean,
No, I get you.
where you wanted to go to the Olympics and actually win and get a gold medal and say, hey, yeah, I represent America. Now no one wants to do that. Go live in Uganda. Go live in Israel. Go live in India and take your sport status there and then see how well you're received there. Because it's a different world there. I mean, at least be happy you live in a country where you can do something dumb like that.
Yeah.
But it's a different world in other countries.
There's still a lot of places that don't even have women's rights.
You know what? I like to watch Amazing Race. I don't know if you ever watch that, but they're going to like different countries, and especially like in the Middle East and India, like when couples are there, it's like the women, they don't get no love there. Like because the race, I don't know if you ever watched it. So they got to go to a country, they get a clue, say, hey, go here. You get another clue, maybe you got to do a little challenge or something. Then you got to buy a ticket, to go to, to take the train to the next city or whatever. And there was these 2 women there. They were like trying to buy a ticket, and the guy wouldn't sell them a ticket because they were women.
And they're like, what the fuck?
Because that's how they view. That's what, it's a different world in other countries.
Yeah.
Just be happy you live here where you can do things,
Yeah,
Otherwise,
there's definitely a lot of things that need to be worked on still, but when you look at like the grand scheme of things, when it comes to stuff like that,
yeah.
People have a lot more rights here than anywhere else.
Well, you got absolute right here, pretty much. I mean, you can pretty much say whatever you want, do whatever you want, up to murder or they
Well, even then,
anything
still,
illegal. But I mean, you can go out, you can go to Circle K and start reading from the Bible if you want. No one's going to say nothing. They do that in Merced. We don't do this in Atwater.
They do that in Merced?
Yeah. There was
Who does that?
I don't know. There was I stopped some 7-Eleven or Circle K all the time, because it was like on the way to work, and there was always this guy. He was like be by the dumpster just like preaching. I mean, he was homeless, of course, so probably a little
on that good
or a
drugs.
little brain damaged or challenged or however you want to say it. I mean, when you're living out, he was just crazy, and he would just be yelling. I could tell it was a sermon, but it was all religious stuff.
No one was tuning in.
No, people just walk by.
Well, yeah, there's certain countries where if you even pull the Bible out, they'll look at you funny, like, or you could probably get killed for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I
don't know, dude. I'm just like, do what you want to do, dude. It doesn't offend me.
Yeah.
Whatever. You want to do that? Go ahead. People, I don't know. Some people just get so worked up over shit.
I know. I do on certain subjects. I get worked up like that.
Well, you're a military veteran.
It shouldn't
You
matter.
served in the war.
Yeah. I mean, you should be proud of your country, and you should respect the people who did what they did.
You should just be you should be respectful in general.
Yeah. Do you know what? To me, that would be like if you're at church and the preacher's giving a sermon and you decide to stand up and make a protest against that. You have that right. If that's what you want to choose, hey, I'm going to do my platform here, but that'd be pretty disrespectful. And the preacher, I mean, he may still let you come back to the church because, that's what we do, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. Interesting thought. If it was, if we decided to go to work and do stuff like that and, cause
an uprising,
yeah, we would just get fired.
Yeah, they would send us home at least.
Yeah.
So
people look at it differently, and I listen to different perspectives. Some people's like, that's their job, right? Like, as an athlete, like, that's your job. You don't go to your job and do shit like that. You go to your job and do what you're supposed to do for work.
That's technically true.
You know? And it's
that
like,
is your
okay,
job,
I get that.
right?
I understand that. But
they actually signed a contract. They actually signed a contract saying, hey, we will follow certain conduct. And one of the conducts is we will stand during the national anthem.
they put that in there now?
Yeah. That's been in there.
I didn't know that.
That's part of the player contract. That's like, yeah, they signed a contract, you know. So then that's kind of breach of contract. Yeah. I mean, if you want to get technical.
But
I know they're not going to say nothing.
You're a
they're not going to say,
they're not going to be like, Mr. LeBron James, we're going to have to, get rid of you.
Yeah. You can't be taking a knee.
See, if you're good enough at something, you can do what you want.
You can, but
my whole all the way down to like high school.
My point is, what you're doing is got lost in the mix because of when you chose to do it. You could do it all you want on social media, have dinner parties and invite the media then, and you're doing good. But when you're doing it that time, all you're doing is making controversy.
Well, the media doesn't help when they tell them to shut up and just dribble as well.
Yeah.
You know, then they do shit like that and say slick shit like that, and it's like, all right, now there's an obvious divide here going on. Everything's just, I feel like, intentionally divided. They don't want, everyone's just fucking mad all the time.
But, here, you can do whatever you want, pretty much. Just like, I go to Walmart, and every time I come out of Walmart, there's this nice little lady. She's trying to sell me tamales. She's like, hey, you buy tamale? I'm like, dude, I just spent $400 in Walmart.
Yeah, man.
I've never seen nothing like that, right? When I first moved here and I came out.
Where'd you move from, by the way? So that people know.
Texas through Indiana.
Okay.
So
California's different.
California is different. So I come out Walmart and she's real suspicious, right? She's popped out from behind the car. She's like, hey, sir, you buy tamale? And I'm thinking, like, is she trying to sell me drugs? Is that like code for like bath salts? Because she's like being real suspicious, looking around. But it's the norm. And you could do that here.
They sell tamales all the time out there.
I know. You know what? One day I was
probably
there.
The best tamales you'll ever have.
One day I came out, and then I think our husband was with her, and he's like, dude, you want to buy some tamales? And I was like, no. You got any oranges? He's like, huh?
Why'd you ask for oranges?
Because I knew he didn't have them. Right?
You're just fucking with him?
Well, I mean, I'm negotiating. He wants to sell me tamales. I don't want tamales. I want oranges. Go get me some oranges.
Hey, we'll talk.
We'll make a transaction. But he's like, no, tamales. I'm like, no, oranges.
That's what you...
Yeah, and I was like, okay. But now, you know what? They're getting smart because now they're starting to work the ATM machines. I stopped by the bank the other day, and it's like I could just see them, like the bank tellers right here, and they're just standing there, right? And then once I do my transaction and walk away, you want tamales? Because they know I just took money out.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, they do that.
That's not cool.
They do that over by Wells Fargo. They'll have
that's where it was. I was at Wells Fargo.
They have like a.
I may have to bleep
this
that
guy
out.
will come. Actually, you know what's funny? This dude is selling like oranges out there. Maybe it was funny if this is the same guy.
I probably recommended it. I probably
he's waiting for you to come back, dude.
Oh man, they want to buy oranges. I get those.
Yeah, so he had some oranges, and then like they have the flowers and stuff. So I bought flowers.
But you know what? If he's hey, I got oranges. I'd be like, got any bananas?
Dude, actually, I was in the bar last weekend in Turlock, and some lady was in the bar selling flowers. But see,
yeah, but they do that now. That's an old school trick.
No, but the lady, this is an older Mexican lady. Mm-hmm. She paid to get in, it's like a $10 cover charge because there was a band there, and she went in there, and went around and saw if there was couples.
Yes. That's peer pressure, ultimate peer pressure.
And I was chilling, I was hanging out with the girls, so I was comes up, me and my buddies and a couple girls and all that, and she goes, do you want to buy some flowers? And I was like, yeah.
Buy flowers for the lady?
You know what? Yeah, I'll buy some flowers. I was like, how much is it? $20. I was like, holy shit.
I'll pick my own.
Well, I bought them, but I was like, you know, you gotta
See?
support, man.
No, you just because they're picking you. They're striking when they know you're vulnerable.
Yeah, when I'm
And I'd be
intoxicated
I'd be like, no, because you're with a lady.
and I'm drunk.
Well, okay, so now you got 2 strikes against you. But I'd be
And
like,
strike 3, I spent $20 on like,
I'd be like
6
no.
flowers.
I'd be like,
It was a
nah.
half dozen. $20. It's all right.
Anyways.
And they're already dead.
Hey,
So.
you're supporting local businesses.
See, support small businesses. That's
Yeah.
what community is about. What is community to you, Jerry?
I don't know.
Huh? When you think of the word community,
Walmart.
Walmart's a fucking
Little
big
Caesars.
business.
They're in this community, right? They keep me fed. Little Caesars, Circle K,
But you want to go to like,
the haircut place,
You
Great
want-
Escape.
you wouldn't go to like, like Carl's Grocery here in town.
I've never heard of that. Is that a thing?
No, just saying like,
Well, no, because the only community store I know here is RN.
aren't it? You don't go there?
Dude. Come on. What are they going to have there?
They got stuff there. I bought ice there once for my beer.
Did everyone else was out?
Yeah.
No, I don't. That's.
You go to Walmart?
I go to Walmart. I'm a Walmart guy.
I'm a Target guy.
Well, Target is for rich people. Okay, so I stick at Walmart.
It is more expensive than Target.
But you know what? I can go to Walmart and get anything I want.
That's what you like?
Yeah. I need a shirt, go to Walmart. I need socks, go to Walmart. Oh, I need some cheese. Oh, we need AA batteries. Oh, you want me to pick up a game? Go to Walmart. Oh, the sink's broke? Go to Walmart.
Go to Lowe's for that.
I'm at Walmart. I just got cheese and a game. Might as well get a sink. One store. Point A to point B, back. Done.
What do you? So you're in a rush to get home?
Well, I mean, when it's 110 degrees outside, I don't want to be going to Walmart, to Lowe's, to Home Depot. Then I find out they sold me the wrong stuff. I mean, everyone else just orders from Amazon. They didn't even got to leave the house,
Yeah.
right? Well, it'll be here in 3 days. Okay.
I like when I order
That faucet will just keep dripping.
I like when I order
for 3
something
days.
and it says,
Drip,
it'll be here tomorrow.
drip. Oh, it's the wrong faucet. Oh, it's okay. We got a free return. Okay. 3 more days. It's going to be dripping.
Okay, relax.
Okay.
Jerry don't like leaky faucets.
Oh, it's wasting water.
Are you about water preservation?
Yeah. I'm
Wait.
watering my grass right now.
In the fucking middle of the day when it's hot as fuck outside, you're not preserving water very good.
I pay the water bill.
Dude, you're not supposed to water the grass in the middle of the day
Why
in the
not?
heat because it evaporates like immediately.
Not if you leave it on constantly. It's not evaporating.
Oh, that's wasteful water.
I pay the water bill. So
It's not about the money. Money's not real. Water's real.
it's going back into the ground, right? Where does the water come from? The ground. I'm refurbishing it. And I bet you didn't think I knew that word. And I used it correctly. So,
Refurbished?
yes.
That's good.
So
This room is refurbished.
this is a nice room.
Is this a rug or a carpet? Or a carpet rug?
Okay, what's the difference? It's not a floor. It's a covering for the floor.
So it's a rug.
Okay.
Okay, that's the difference.
It was a piece of a carpet. It was a piece of carpet. We just didn't, put the padding underneath it to call it carpet. So it's just a rug.
So it's a carpet rug.
Yeah. And it's from the 70s.
Yeah? How do you know?
It's a shaggy green, man. That was the thing in the 70s. You ever watch
This looks like the Grinch.
Austin Powers?
I have watched Austin Powers.
Do you see inside his van? Shaggy green carpet. That was the thing. The Brady Bunch, the Partridge Family,
That 70s
shaggy
show?
green. The 70s show.
Do you like that show?
I did.
You did?
I did.
It used to be on Netflix. They took it off.
I know. I didn't like the last couple seasons when
Right.
they got rid of Eric and brought in a couple of guys I didn't like. I don't like when they change.
You're not
I don't like change.
you don't like change? Okay. So why did you move to California?
For love.
You're in love.
I'm in love.
So you met your. By the way, congratulations, dude. This man Jerry got proposed to.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, dude. It's 2021.
It's 20.
If your woman,
that's got nothing to do with that.
If your woman is in love with you,
This,
no, it's 2021, meaning you could do whatever you want.
That's the way it is,
and not be judged.
Well, I know.
You know.
Oh, I know, especially now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're good, dude.
So
good. Lisa proposed to you
at Disneyland.
Did she get on one knee?
No, she just wrote me a letter. She just wanted to write everything out, so that way it didn't come out weird.
Well, she's a writer as well.
She is a writer, so she wrote it all out. And it was just shocking, just because we had talked about it before, and she'd been married before, and it didn't work out well. So she's like, I don't want to get married, and I was like, that's fine.
So going into the relationship,
I knew. I was like,
married.
Okay, she doesn't want to get married. That's fine, but I'm not going to propose. So, we can just be boyfriend, girlfriend. And I guess she just changed her mind, and then decided to propose to me. And then she just wrote out this nice letter. It was just all about stuff in Disneyland, and then at the very end, she kind of like snuck it in. So it was nice.
Dude, that's pretty awesome.
I may have cried a little.
For real?
Yeah, it was really touching.
Damn, dude.
I mean, you don't expect something like that. No. So.
Well, how long have you guys been together?
5 years.
You guys, so you met 5 years ago in Chicago, right?
Well, that's the first time we met. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And hold on, let me finish my story.
Okay.
God, you can't interrupt when I'm in the middle of the story.
I thought we're in the same story. Sorry.
No, we're at different parts of the story. I wanted to finish this one.
So you read the letter.
Yeah. And then she had picked out like 4 different ring styles for me. Oh yeah, so this is what I believe, right? Because when we're at our age and we're like, a little past 50, you know what? I think we should just be able to just like, you know what? I could put a ring on her and say, I take you to be my wife. She can put a ring on me and say, hey, I take you to be my husband. That's it. It's done.
Jesus.
Right? We don't need to, all the official stuff, like, the courts or anything like that. Because I was thinking, it's like, how many times has anyone ever, challenged the fact that you said, yeah, we're married? Like, I could be at work, right, and fill out my insurance and put her down as my wife. Right? Oh, yeah, she's my wife. She can get all my insurance. She gets all my stuff when I die because she's my wife. They're not going to come to me and say, oh, shit, can you prove it? Do you got a certificate? They're going to take my word for it.
That is true. No one ever questions, are you sure that's your wife?
They're not going to, yeah.
So you don't want to have a wedding? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We were talking about it because.
You gonna go to Vegas?
No, we're not gonna be that.
You can just go to the courthouse.
We've talked about that. Because she's done it before. She's had the big wedding. It didn't work out.
And you have too, right?
I've done it. It didn't work out. I mean, it's a lot of money. So I mean, why? I mean, we're not. I mean, that's the whole point is because we're already committed to each other. I mean, we're not young anymore. We've already lived, a good part of our life, and I guess.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, it happens, man. I'm drinking Coke. But anyways, we're talking about it. My mom's coming down in a couple months, and my daughter's coming down in a couple months. But we don't want to do something where the attention's on us. We're just trying to make it. We talked about just doing it, just me and her just go do it. Just to get it done. We don't need the whole big hoopla. We shouldn't. I mean, it should just be I should just be able to go out and say, hey, she's my wife. Look, she's got a ring. I got a ring. We're married.
Yeah.
You know what? We can even write up a piece of paper and sign it and get it notarized. Be like, yeah, it's official. Because no one's ever going to challenge it. No one's ever going to say, can you prove it?
That's true. Yeah. I've never heard that before.
Right?
Yeah.
If she calls a doctor and say, hey, I need to make an appointment for Jerry. Yeah, I'm his wife. They're not going to say, oh, yeah? Can you prove it? They're going to be, oh, yeah, sure, Lisa. Thanks, yeah. Because like now, I mean, if she called and say, hey, I want to make an appointment for my boyfriend, they'll be like, whoa, no, you can't do that. He's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's certain boundaries you can't cross when you're just boyfriend and girlfriend. But if you just say, hey, she's my wife, or I'm his wife, they'll give her my social security number. They'll give her my credit score. You know,
Yeah.
they'll put me on a waiting list for a kidney.
I feel like that does work with older couples.
It would work for you if you were with a girl and y'all went to a hotel or something or went at a restaurant and be like, hey, can I get a club soda for my wife? They're not gonna be like, are you sure she's your wife? Can you prove that?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They'll take your word for it.
Yeah. I guess that's true. So that's what you want to do, huh?
Well, I mean, we'll probably do something to make it official. But I mean, I don't know if we're going to do a whole wedding. It may just. I think we were going to take a trip to the Grand Canyon and we were going to do a hot air balloon. Or actually, we were going to do it in Napa.
I thought you did do it.
No, the Grand Canyon is like in next month or something.
No, you went to San Diego and did a hot air balloon.
No, we didn't do a hot air balloon in San Diego.
Where'd you do the hot air balloon?
I haven't done it yet.
I thought you did it already.
Why would you think I've done it already? I've never mentioned it.
I thought you went to San Diego.
We did go to San Diego. We were going to do the hot air balloon at the zoo.
Okay, so the hot air balloon got brought up. Okay, thank you.
They shut it down because it was windy. We like waited in line for like an hour, 2 hours, a day and a half. We were like next in line and they're, the wind, it's too windy. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're tight. You're just going up 100 feet. And they're like, no. I was like, we're not waiting no more. But anyways, the point was, we were going to go to Napa, right? They got hot air balloons there. Yep. We were going to have her mom, her kids, my mom, my kid, and they're all significant others because they're all got someone. And we were going to go up in a hot air balloon and get married. But that's a lot of money. She looked into it. It's a lot of money.
Like what? How much?
Like over $5,000.
Why is it so much?
Well, we're talking like 13 people going up in a hot air balloon.
So it's a big one?
And plus they provide, I hope so. I hope it's not like something Dorothy wore. Took to get back to Kansas. Plus they give you a preacher. Someone, who can do it. And we're like, that's just too much.
Well, can't you get your own preacher?
You could, but you still got to pay for the balloon ride. And I mean, that's not going to shave off thousands of dollars. We'll be like, hey, I got Reverend Dallas over here. He just got ordained online. He's going to do it. Make room for him.
Reverend Dallas.
They're not going to be like, oh, well, okay, now you're at $2,500. That's not a $2,500 bill. So then we're like, you know what? Why don't we're going to do something. Someday, we'll just do it. And then maybe we'll do it before my mom and daughter come down and then everyone can meet.
Did you tell your daughter?
I did.
Did she cry?
She didn't cry, but I didn't read the letter to her that I read. So I just told her, yeah, we're getting married.
That's good, man.
So she just got married like a year ago, 2 years ago.
You sent me those pictures, and it didn't even cross my mind. You showed me the picture of the rings.
Dude, I told her, I was like, look, because the way I was trying to do it, because we're at Disneyland, right? So I was like, I want to send a picture of me with the lightsaber, right? Then a picture of me and her, like side by side. Then another picture of me with the lightsaber. Then another picture of me and her, and then a picture of us on our rings, and then let's see if he gets it.
Yeah.
Right? So I sent it, and then I was like, I don't think he got it.
I did it.
And then she's like, you got to explain to him. I'm like, No, I shouldn't have to explain to him.
No,
It's self-explanatory.
No, it's not. I was sitting on the couch and I go, Dad, look at Jerry with this fucking lightsaber.
Yeah, you're focused on the lightsaber, which is cool because it's
Yeah,
it's
you,
pretty
you
tight.
were like in character and like
I was
had, like,
doing poses. I was like, it was like
okay. So
it was a
I
good
was
time.
more mesmerized by that. I'm like, I don't know what this shit is. I was like, oh, look at Lisa.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
cool.
picture of two hands,
I was
with
like, what the fuck?
wedding rings.
Yeah, it didn't cross my mind that you guys weren't married. I forgot. Like,
I know. A normal person would have been like, "What? Did
Oh.
he get married while he was there? What the heck is that?"
a normal person.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. And she's like, "No, you got to explain it to him." I'm like,
Dude.
I got to explain everything to everyone these days. Things should just be like obvious, right? You see something and be like,
Well, my
"Dude,
bad.
did you get married?"
I did feel kind of bad.
So
I did feel bad after you told me.
I know.
'cause was
You
like,
know what? You
damn
know
it.
what? In today's world, we can't beat around the bush.
Dude, yeah, speak up, man.
I know, but
Say it
you know
with your
what? I
chest.
like to do things
Arms out.
sneaky
chest
and
out.
not really sneaky, but I like to be like, hey, figure out this puzzle. Can you figure out what picture is different here?
What are you, Sherlock Holmes?
You know what? Maybe I am. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, what's wrong with having a little fun?
I like the thoughtfulness, though. I do appreciate that.
I mean,
It's
I
not
should've
straightforward. It's like, oh,
I was just like, you know what? I should just not send the pictures. Now it's a big deal.
it's not a big deal.
I know it's not a big deal.
It's fine. I'm glad
I
that you're
know.
married or almost engaged or whatever you want to call it.
You know what? I just call her. She's my wife.
Okay, good.
You know.
You didn't call her that before?
Sometimes, I mean, sometimes I just like I know the HR lady where I work because she's had to call a couple
Well,
times. Huh?
Where you work?
Yeah,
Oh, that's where I work.
I know, but I don't want to. I don't want to name drop anything.
Coworkers, by the way.
Coworkers. That's what we are. We're not friends. I'm not as recently paroled uncle. We're coworkers. Anyways, she had to call to talk to the HR lady because she had some questions about our new insurance, right? So when she saw me at work, she's like, "Hey, someone just called. I don't know if she's your wife or your girlfriend." And she's like, "Is she your wife or your girlfriend?" And I'm like, "Whatever she says she is, that's what she is."
That's what you told her?
Yeah.
Oh my! You should be like, "That's my wife.
Well,
Bitch.
sometimes I say that. Sometimes I just don't want to talk to her.
It's my wife, bitch."
So,
What did you tell her?
but sometimes I'm not going to say that. I just tell her what I told her. But sometimes I'll say, yeah, she's my wife. But I mean, I guess we just figured, we're kind of too old. I mean, how long do we want to go saying, "Oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend"?
Yeah, you don't. Want
It
to
gets kind of weird when you're
It
like,
is when you're like 75.
yeah, or 80 and says, "My girlfriend."
The only ones who can get away with saying that are the 80-year-olds with like the 25-year-old girlfriends.
Yeah, but that's wrong too.
Is it?
That is wrong in so many ways that
Legally,
you
it's
would
not.
get canceled.
Legally, it's not.
There's a lot of things that's probably not legally wrong, but need to be dealt with
But are morally wrong.
morally, ethically.
What's wrong with the old man clapping a 28-year-old?
What are the circumstances? Is he a billionaire and she's just
Dude, they
there?
have to know. They have to. They're
Of course.
They
Then
have
that's
to
wrong,
understand like what's
Right?
going on. Is that prostitution in a way? Where are you going?
I'm hot, man. I'm like
You just got up mid like.
things are riding up on me. I gotta stretch it out.
Dude.
These chairs are sweaty. I'm hot, man.
Yeah.
So I
What's up
just
with this fucking leather, dude? It's
I
all
just had to
stuck
readjust,
my
man.
leg.
Okay. So yeah. So is that right or wrong? If you're in your 20s and you're a woman, and you meet a guy, or let's call it what it is.
Okay.
You stalked a guy and found out he's a billionaire, and his wife just died, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go comfort him. You're not doing it to
What's
be
wrong with
nice.
that?
You're not doing it to be nice.
But if it's comforting him, does it matter?
What's the ultimate motive behind? Oh, he's running out of time. I want to get on his good side
I'm
and
just
get
playing devil's advocate.
and get my name wrote in the will,
Yeah.
right? Because it's
Wrong with
happened
that?
many a times.
What's wrong with that?
I think there's a lot wrong with it.
Is prostitution wrong?
Yeah.
women can't charge for their vagina?
That is illegal.
But is it wrong?
It is wrong.
It's morally wrong?
I believe so.
But when you like take a girl out and buy her dinner
Mm-hmm.
and buy her ice cream and do all that, it's the
Right.
same concept.
Not really. Because when you do that, you're working on a long-term game,
Not-
right?
not necessarily.
There's not a oh, I know how this is going to
No,
end.
not
at the end
necessarily.
of the day.
Some dudes just want pussy. I mean, and that's it.
Okay.
And they'll take you out to
Yeah.
eat a few times and
Okay.
you know, pay for all this shit until
Mhm.
you know,
Okay.
the door's open, and then they're out of there.
Yeah.
So that's wrong.
It is wrong. So,
I don't know.
Prostitution is legal. It's illegal, right?
Not in Germany.
You want to go back to living in different countries? Because you can go live in Germany.
Germany's a first world country.
I would disagree with that. Okay. Now, sure, they can say that, but you can go there and you can be like, oh, yeah, prostitution's legal. But if you try to have a thought of your own, they're going to throw you down in a dungeon, lock you down quick. And then they're going to put out, oh, yeah, everything's good here. It's good here.
Good here in the motherland.
Yeah. They can say whatever they want, right? They have that right. They control the media. Here, the media is, it's a, I don't even know what you call it.
Well, they try to control the media here.
They can't control the media here. There's too much of it. We have individual media. Everything
That's
is
what we're
caught
doing
on
right
tape.
now.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't hardly do anything without someone catching it on tape, right? Cops can't even beat a guy down without it being caught on tape.
Why would they be? They...
The point is, sometimes a guy needs to be beaten down, right?
Oh,
If a guy's going crazy and he's like stabbing and he's just all tweaked out, he's got to be taken down hard, right?
nice and hard.
Right. But, you're only going to see the middle version. The cops taking him down hard. You're not going to see maybe this guy just like stabbed 20 people, shot a cop. You're not going to see all that.
Well, I get.
But that's what media
understand.
does, right? It can edit. This is going to be edited, right?
It's
That's what media
definitely
does.
gonna be edited.
Whatever. Things got to be edited, and then be like, oh, we don't need the whole truth. We just need the half truth.
Duh. That's how they do with headlines, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Headlines are like.
I know.
You ever see a headline in an article and then you read the article and you go, that had nothing to do with the headline.
Yeah, I'm not much of a reader.
Why is that not surprising?
I just peruse the headlines and maybe a couple sentences in each paragraph. That's all I need, because most of it's not going to be true anyways. So why am I going to waste my time reading a bunch of adjectives?
A bunch of ass.
Yeah, I know things.
Yeah, you guys, conjunction, what's your
That was
function?
totally a thing. That was a good thing. And and because you know it today, that means it was really good, because it stuck around.
No, that's how stupid it was.
If it was stupid, we wouldn't still be talking about it.
I know.
But it was a catchy tune. But the same way in other countries, they can say whatever they want. Them people, they don't have the platform to like challenge it or disagree or be like, oh, they made us say that. They're always in lockdown.
I get you.
So who cares if prostitute's legal there? It's legal here in
Nevada.
what's that state?
Nevada.
Nevada.
Go to brothel. Clap down. What's wrong with that?
It's a state ran by the mob. So,
Hey,
gambling
man, get it how you
so,
can.
But I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. What about gambling?
What about it?
How do you feel about gambling?
Um,
Sports betting. That's illegal here in this state.
Some of it is.
But why is some of it illegal and some of it's legal?
You want to know why? Because if it was legal, if everything was legal, then the mob would go bankrupt in Nevada. Because then there's no reason to
What the
go
fuck that got
there.
to do with me?
Well, that's got to do with the power of the mob. They'll be like, hey, you can do some things. You can do some things, but forget about it.
I get you.
That's why they have casinos here. But what do they do? What are the casinos here? What do they have? Like cards?
No, they have slots, cards.
They can't. They don't have everything.
They have slots.
Oh, maybe
cards.
on the Indian reservation, but I mean like a casino like here in Merced.
Native American reservation.
What'd I say? Indian.
Yeah. I guess. Let me tell you something. I guess that's they don't like that.
Okay.
Even though I think the term Indian came from a Native American.
I mean,
Cleveland's changing their name next year.
Washington's already changed their name. The football team.
Okay, dude, that was not Indian.
It was Redskin. You know what's funny? That's what it was.
I know.
But you know what's funny? Like all last
We knew
year,
that already.
every time I look at ESPN or NFL and they show the Washington, it looks like they're putting WTF because they're going by Washington football team. So they're putting WFT, and I'm thinking every time I'm reading, I'm like WTF, and we all know what WTF means.
Yeah. Where's the food?
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't agree with all that making teams change their names. I totally disagree with that.
They're trying to, they're not trying to offend anyone. That's it.
You can offend anybody. Can be offended.
I understand that.
The Cowboys could be offensive to people. The Dallas Cowboys. There could be a group of Cowboys and be like, "You guys suck." You cannot use that name no more. Not if you're playing like that.
Yeah, you guys went 8-8.
And then they could band together and be like, no, they need to change their name. It's offensive. They shouldn't even be a football. They should be a soccer team. They could. Legitimately, they could.
Yeah, but they're
right?
not going to. But I get you.
Maybe I'll start it.
People join groups all the time. There's groups. Everyone makes groups for everything. And then what it is like an echo chamber. You get into these echo chambers where you find a group that agrees with everything that you say and you believe in, and then you guys all just like, yeah. Like, it's called an echo chamber. That's what that is.
But that doesn't mean things need to be changed.
Look,
a
dude,
team's name, what is that hurting?
who gives a fuck about Washington anyway? They suck ass.
It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is being forced to change your name. What if they
Times have
what if they
changed.
made you say you got to change your name? Dallas, your name is offensive. I can't believe your parents named you that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, what if people said that and started putting pressure and word and be like, I don't know if we're going to hire this guy because his name is Dallas. That's one of the most retarded names I've ever heard of. What was his parents thinking? And what would you eventually like change?
Our word.
You know what? Oh, God, I changed my name. I'm helping you out. I'm going to change my name to Houston. I'm just saying, anyone can join together. If I could say, hey, I'm going to get a group of people, middle-aged white guys, and we're going to start a group. What would people say?
You guys are probably racist.
R word. There's another R word. All we want to do is just sit around in beanbag chairs and talk in a camera and be funny. So where's my platform? If I do that, if I say, hey, I got 15 white friends, middle age, and we're gonna play ping pong and play video games and trip out on blacklight posters, right?
There's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with it, right? But people would view us as something shady. No, no, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
No. You should go and join the Elks Lodge or something.
The Masons?
You should be a Freemason.
I was invited to join them once.
Let's talk about that. How'd that happen?
I knew a bunch of Freemasons.
And in what state? Where were you living at the time? Because
in Indiana.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to join?
Well, I mean, they seemed suspicious. They seemed really, because, okay, when they tell me this is like, okay, look, we're not a secret society. We're a society of secrets. I'm like, what?
That deterred you?
That was only part of it.
You should be like, that sounds secretive.
I mean, you just pretty much said the same thing. You just put the words backwards. Okay, but I mean, I'm not saying that they are what they are. These guys just seemed a little too, I don't know, weird.
They made you nervous?
They made me nervous. I mean, they could have been racist. I mean, I'm not about racism or they seemed a little more Klan oriented than Freemasons.
Okay.
I mean, from what I know, I mean,
you lived in Alabama, so you know about the Klan.
You know, I mean, it's everywhere. So, I mean, it's
maybe
not
they wanted
everywhere.
maybe their initiation they're gonna fucking your ass or something.
I don't know.
What if you got down to it and okay, this is sick, this is great, and then they're like, all right, one more thing.
For Freemasons? No.
They're like, one more thing. You ready?
That's not gonna happen.
This is what's gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. let's just.
You're like, okay, no.
Let's just back it out that way. That's not gonna happen. But anyways, they seemed a little. Yeah, they seemed. You know, I mean, when you got something that's big.
But why did they approach you?
Maybe they thought I was the typical male white guy.
Yeah,
I mean, because all of this is in Indiana.
No, like where were you at?
At work.
You had Freemasons at work?
They got to work too. That's on the application. It doesn't say, "Are you a member of a secret society or a society of secrets?" Oh, you're not hired. I mean, you know, I just go to work. You meet people, and they wear secret rings, right? The ring, it's like a gold ring, and it's got a black stone, and it's got the G and the compass on it. And I was like, oh, and I didn't know at the time, right? I was just I didn't know what Freemasons were, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool ring, and it's like, oh, hey, come talk to me.
Oh, okay.
And then we start talking, and I was like, oh, and then oh, hey, let me go get my brother, who's really not his brother, but it's his brother. His Freemason brother, and then he starts talking to me, and then I talked to like 4 or 5 of them, and they're all, it seemed almost cultish.
Yes, yeah.
So, but I don't think that's the way the Freemasons were designed.
Would you ever join a cult?
I think I'm probably not.
I feel like you could. You look like someone who would start a cult.
Well, I mean, I could probably get people to follow me, but I wouldn't do that.
You ever see the movie Midsummer?
Probably not.
You have to watch that. You and Lisa.
Is it on Netflix?
I think so.
I'm thinking not. Otherwise, I would have seen it.
I'm gonna find it. It's on some streaming service.
I got Netflix.
Okay, well.
And Disney Plus. Is it on Disney Plus?
Definitely not on Disney Plus.
Prime. I got Prime.
Maybe.
Amazon Prime.
Maybe.
Probably got to pay for it.
Midsummer, yeah, dude.
I don't like paying for stuff. Movies.
You work 12s, dude. You're good.
That still doesn't mean I want to pay for when I got thousands of movies for free.
Okay, but to watch one good movie, pay $1.99. You know,
it's
rent
$3.99
to rent.
But anyways, yeah, to rent. Midsummer. What kind of movie is it? Summer or Sommer?
I think it's Summer.
Or do you got speech impediment?
No, it's Summer.
Summer. You picked up a speech impediment in Tennessee, right?
No,
Mom, when it's hot summer. I gotta go make the cow.
They're not that bad. They don't talk that bad. I mean, there's a couple that talk.
No, they do.
They talk like Mater from Cars, but
yeah,
not all of them.
Y'all go fishing, cat fishing, noodling?
No, that's illegal as fuck.
That's not illegal there. That's the state game. That's what they do.
No, I thought noodling is illegal.
No, why would that be illegal? They're catching catfish.
Okay, listen. First of all,
they're not using fishing poles. They're using their hands.
All right.
That's the ultimate game right there. I want to see people go hunt and use your hands.
Well, I want to see prostitution legal.
Why you keep jumping on that subject? That subject's over with, okay?
No, okay. Look, Midsummer is a cult movie. It's wild. It's crazy.
I don't know.
Know how they get people?
I don't know about that.
It'll scare you.
That's not hard to do when it comes to movies. I don't like movies that deal in paranormal.
It's not
religious,
paranormal.
Exorcisms, cults. Charles Manson.
You never seen Exorcist of Emily Rose?
No.
Dude,
I've seen the original Exorcist.
That shit is ass. When she's on the bed and the bed's all shaking, it looks like a fucking. I was like watching. I was laughing. It looked like a comedy.
I think you're watching the scene from Scary Movie.
No.
Okay. I don't think you've seen the original, the 1972 Exorcist.
Yes, the original one and the one from Scary Movie is kind of the same.
Whatever.
It's just
okay.
it's like doing that, and like I'm laughing, and my dad's like, "Dude, that was scary back in the day." I'm like, "Yeah, when you were fucking 4."
Y'all probably haven't seen the unedited version, but anyways, so it's a cult movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
So
It's trippy.
we'll see.
Okay.
Is it a real movie?
No, it's not based on a true story.
Well, I could watch it then.
Okay, but it's probably happened. So.
Probably did. I mean, everything's probably happened. Charles Manson, that was a cult.
Yeah, dude.
Is that weird that someone go to prison for life and he didn't kill anyone? Do you know he didn't kill no one?
Yeah, I know, but dude.
Okay.
No, I get okay.
He
You're
told
right.
someone. That would be like you say, "Hey Dallas, I want you to go in there and grab my green butcher knife and go down to Food for Less and just start stabbing people and give me some non-fat milk." Because now we can plead insanity. And then you could go do it. And then you come back here and the cops come in and be like, "Well, he told me to do it." I was like, "Dude, I just told him to give me some milk. I just want some non-fat milk."
You know
Should
what?
I go to prison?
No, that's, it's kind of weird. It's weird because my thing is,
I mean, I know there's a little more to it than that. I'm not trying to like simplify what he did. I know he deserved to be in prison. He's a freaking nut job.
yeah, you're just playing devil's advocate.
I'm just throwing things. Yeah,
We're
you know, we
throwing out
got to be a
ideas.
little. We got to be a little.
Sparking a convo.
We got to be like, you know, we can't.
Okay, because
anyways.
my thing is like when you're talking to someone,
Yeah.
and then like say I cuss a lot, right? And I'm
Yeah. Okay. Let's say you cuss a lot. Continue.
okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I cuss a lot, and then someone around me doesn't cuss a lot, but
Like me. But continue.
they start to cuss more often
Oh, yeah.
from being around me.
Peer pressure.
No, I don't care how.
Subjective.
But I don't care how you talk, and then
Right.
they start cussing more, and then they get in trouble, and then they come to me like, "Dude,
Wait. Who got in trouble for cussing?
no, I'm just
What
saying."
is it? 4?
Okay, let's say
Okay.
we're in elementary school.
Yeah, okay. We're in
Or in
elementary.
4th
Yeah.
grade. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm cussing.
That's called like subjective.
How? I'm not. And then they're saying, "Oh, I got in trouble because I cussed and I'm around you and you cuss all the time." So
You ever seen Star Wars?
Listen, you made me cuss. I didn't make you do anything. I didn't make those words come out of your mouth.
Yeah. You didn't make me.
Okay, so Marilyn
You
Manson.
introduced it to me.
Okay, but I shouldn't get in trouble for that.
I'm not saying you should. I don't think you should.
I could talk however the fuck I want to fucking talk, and that's
Exactly.
how I fucking talk. Then fuck it.
I wouldn't.
See how universal that word is?
I'm not saying
Fuck.
you should be in trouble for it. That excuse doesn't fly with me.
Okay, so why is Marilyn Manson in prison forever if that was your
You
reason?
mean Charles Manson? Wasn't Marilyn Manson like a singer?
Yeah, my bad, Charles Manson. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Why is he in prison? Because he used
No.
Jedi mind tricks. He took advantage of simple-minded people.
That's
Gave
not
them
his
acid.
fault.
Gave them LSD. Gave them a sexual revolution. And kind of like the government when they like do mind experiments on people to try to brainwash them.
Oh yeah,
or-
that's that
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like a
which he was kind of
product.
supposedly tied to that too.
Yeah, I know.
So
I heard that from Joe Rogan.
yeah. So I mean, so he was just kind of he was probably like prosecuted like as a cult leader. That everyone looked to him as God. So it's almost like an abuse of power.
They threw God in prison.
Well, they executed Jesus. So I mean, that was the original first persecution.
Yeah, I guess you're
So,
right. How can the government say that's abuse of power when they do that all the time?
Because it's the
Shouldn't they
government.
all go to prison?
I mean, the government. It is what it is. I mean, there's things that the government does, and there's parts of government that doesn't communicate with other parts of government, and there's so many secrets in the world, in the country. That, I mean, no one knows. That's the problem. No one knows, right? Everyone's got plausible deniability, or hey, check that building over there at the Pentagon, and you try to go in there, and they're like, no. Area 51, whatever. I mean, everything's like, There are no answers. There's answers, but there are no answers.
What do you think about 9/11? Because you had a different thought, and then you started listening to that fucking podcast on Spotify, and then your whole shit changed, and you went down a loophole for a while. You were in the dark.
Because you don't know, right? How do you know? You can listen to something, a podcast or the news or a documentary or an author or whatever, right? It could be the president. It could be anyone. You can only take what they say for face value. You don't know what their evidence is, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you do, maybe you know some. So how do you know what to believe, what not to believe, right? Yeah, I know 9/11. I watched 9/11 happen live. I watched it, got off work. First plane hit, and then everyone was on every channel, right? And we're watching the whole thing, the Pentagon and the plane that went down in Pennsylvania, watching it all. And I'm just like, what the heck? This is like stunned, right? So yeah, there's stuff out there there are reporters or whatever you want to call them that say there's evidence that's saying the government or people in the government may have had something to do with it. That there were people that worked in the building that should have been there that weren't there. I mean, is that true? I don't know. Well, and then but they're saying that,
yeah.
So people can say that, and it's easy to get wrapped up in it, right? It's easy to hear someone speak and have all these like details and all these, and you're like, but you can't fact check it because everything's so on the DL or hidden or buried. It's like the Kennedy assassination, right? What happened there? Everything's archived and hidden. And did the government do it? Did the mafia do it? Did Lee Harvey? No, Lee Harvey Oswald didn't do it. One man didn't do that. But you throw in Marilyn Monroe, an affair with him and and his brother, and just
all the ties he had to the mob and everything.
The mob got him elected president, right? Then his brother went after the mob when he was appointed DA, or whatever they call him, the head prosecutor. He's like, I'm going after the mob, and now they're both dead. Where's the mob? Running an entire state. Oh, Wafangu, forget about it. Kennedy's, but the Kennedy's dad, he had connections to the mob. That's them and the Teamsters. They got him elected president.
Well, because it wasn't,
then they turned on him.
Wasn't the big controversy that he was Catholic?
Yeah. What is the mob? They're all from, I don't know, Italy.
I get it.
The founder of Catholicism, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I get it. But my point is that people were like had an uproar about that, didn't they?
Yeah.
This is a Christian country.
He was probably the first and last Catholic ever elected. Now no one's like, no more questions about religion.
Well, who cares? That's why.
Well, yeah, but back then it was a thing.
Because didn't they separate religion and state, the church and the state? Isn't that supposed to be separated? So why the fuck does that even matter?
But it does. To people.
Stupid. Jesus was from the Middle East. I don't think Christians know that.
He was also Jewish, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so why are you asking me?
I'm just making a question statement.
I'm not religious.
Me neither.
Religiously educated.
But I did know about the mulberry bush. Just thought I'd bring that to the table.
That's pretty sick.
I
knew about Noah's Ark.
But they say there's a lot of I don't know. People say most of the stuff didn't happen.
What?
In the Bible.
Well, yeah, a lot of it is more of like figurative. Like there's lessons to be learned.
It's just a book. It's like you go grab a book of
the Book of Eli.
I don't know what that is, but no, I'm talking the book like that's got like 8 different stories, like 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Merlin. It's just, too much of it can be proved or not proved, right? Dinosaurs exist, or did they? Yeah, there's pretty hardcore evidence they exist. If dinosaurs existed,
people are convinced that their dinosaurs aren't real.
Well, there's people convinced that we haven't walked on the moon.
Were you there?
Was I where? On the moon?
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying.
I don't know. I never really looked into it, but I have heard that you know it was like in
I'm not
Hollywood.
saying they did or they didn't. I'm just saying there's people that believe both.
Yeah.
Right? No matter what. Any conversation, you're going to have people believe this side and this side.
Yeah.
Right?
What about flat Earth? Aren't you a flat earther?
I'm not a flat earther, but I find it fascinating that there's people that believe it, and I like to listen to them, and I like to be like, is it true? Is it? Is it?
Okay, so you're open-minded about
I
certain
am
things.
open-minded.
Yeah.
I'll listen to anything, and then I'll be like, maybe you changed my mind, maybe you didn't.
Right.
Maybe you gave me something to think about, and if I like what you're saying, I can like pass it along to the next guy. I like the flat Earth theory though. That was I listened to some of it, and
That's a very controversial, like,
it is.
what's the word? Conspiracy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go take a piss. Can I use your restroom?
Yep.
Is there a 70s bathroom somewhere? Listen,
Okay.
I got a question. What's poopery?
That is like the greatest stuff ever. So
There's like a bottle in there that says
Yeah,
poopery.
so
But
if you
what's
gotta go-
potpourri? What's that?
potpourri is just like shavings that people put out in a glass bowl that puts out aroma. Now,
Oh, okay.
poopery is like if you got to go poop, you spray it in the toilet first, and it puts a film over the water. So when you drop your little poopy, it goes in and it traps the smell in the water. I love it.
But I like to blow the bathroom up.
Well, I mean, if that's your thing, but you know, if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want your odor lingering through the house, you bring out the poopery. Sometimes you ain't got time though. Sometimes you're at DEFCON 1 and you just got to get in there and do what you got to do.
Also,
Go ahead.
I have one more question. You guys have like carpet rugs all throughout the house.
We did because you know why? This is what the whole floor looked like. This stupid ass tile. The whole house is. You want to walk on that?
No. I
No.
don't know. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the walk.
Yeah. So that's one of the first things we talked about, and then Lisa did it all. She's like, she laid it all down. She ordered it all, measured it. I'm not good for much when it comes to doing things for whatever reason, but she's like, but she did it all throughout the house. So I was like,
Nice. Yeah. I like it. So continue.
So I don't know if you're aware of this. I know you're not aware of this because you haven't mentioned it. Why are you looking over there?
You were looking that way.
Don't focus on me, not where I'm looking. So for the past, I'm kind of proud of this. Probably for like, it's been a little over a month. I have been in a total state of ketosis.
What's ketosis? Keto diet?
Yes, I've like gotten rid of. I've kicked the carbs and sugars.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You drink sweet tea at work still?
Stevia, sugar substitute. It's not sugar. I use stevia.
Okay.
No, it's totally legitimate.
Okay.
That's something they recommended because I said, well, I just won't drink tea, and they're like, stevia is not a sugar. Your body doesn't want to process the sugar or the carbs. You eliminate them, and then your body will process all your fats. You gotta, if you keep your carbs under 50 carbs a day, then your body's got to. I've lost 8 pounds. Okay, 7 pounds
And
in a month. I started on June 1st, so July 1st was my weigh-in. So it's just staying under 50 carbs is all it is.
you haven't had a problem with it? Didn't you just make bacon?
Bacon meat has no carbs.
Oh, it doesn't?
Bacon has no carbs.
I don't know. Hey, whoa,
No,
relax.
listen. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Why this is so good. Cheese, no carbs. Eggs, no carbs.
Bread has carbs.
They have keto bread with no carbs, and it's pretty freaking good. Because I got a freezer full of keto bread, keto buns for hot dogs and hamburgers.
Where do you get that? Walmart?
No, I mean,
Wow, you can't
listen,
get keto shit at Walmart?
listen. Okay, let me finish. A, you can get it at Costco,
Okay.
or B, you can order it from Amazon.
You can order bread, keto bread from Amazon? Do you trust where that comes from? Or
You can order anything from Amazon.
yeah, but there's certain things I feel like I wouldn't order from Amazon.
Bread is where you're going to draw the line.
Bread and milk.
Well, I wouldn't order milk. That's where I draw my line.
Okay.
But the bread is
At least
pretty
you have a
fucking
line.
good.
Okay.
And it's got no carbs.
All right.
Okay. So I can make it hamburger meat, no carbs. Put cheese, no carbs.
Onion.
Let me finish, okay? First of all, I wouldn't put onions on it, okay?
Why not?
I don't like onions.
Why not?
Let me
Like
finish.
tomato?
Let me finish. Actually, tomato's not good for you. There's some vegetables. Listen, I'm talking when you're talking carbs and sugars. Tomato's really not that good. Avocado's good. Lettuce, spinach, asparagus.
Okay.
But I'm saying it's a good thing for a lot of people. It's something you could do and realize, hey, I'm still eating steak. So I don't get the baked potato, but I can have the salad.
No baked potato?
You know, that's a carb bomb. So I figure I can do 15 carbs a meal. That keeps me under 50 carbs. So I can eat eggs. I can have eggs, cheese, ham for breakfast. Throw in the avocado because avocado's good.
How many carbs is like a sandwich with the 2 pieces of bread?
Bread is like a slice of bread. It's like 15 carbs. One slice of bread. Mayonnaise is very little
No
carbs.
pasta?
No pasta. So what we did is
I go to Olive Garden and fucking carb load.
Listen, yeah, well, yeah, of course. But Lisa makes she can take zucchinis and shred them into noodles, and we can cook up hamburger meat, and we got red pasta sauce. It's low carbs, and use the zucchini noodles and it works really well.
Is it good?
It's good. It's very good.
So no complaints. Is there a complaint that you could come up with?
I mean,
that you can't eat.
I mean,
that sucks.
That I can't eat that candy bar or chocolate. I mean, sometimes I'd be like, man, like if someone's having a birthday, and I was like, man, I would like a slice of that cake, but that would like bust my carbs. And then once you go over, it takes you a couple of days to get back. Once you have a setback, it takes you a couple of days to regenerate back into it. So I'm trying to be legitimate and get down to a certain weight before I start saying, okay, now maybe I can be a little more loosey-goosey with it.
No Carl's Jr.?
You know what? We had Carl Jr.'s the other day. Well, we got their double-double, and I just threw their bun away and used my own bun. You know what? That's 0 carbs. The meat had no carbs. The cheese has no carb. The bacon had no carbs. I put mayonnaise on it because it's very little carbs and used my bun, and that was pretty much carb-free. And we didn't get no fries.
Oh, yeah, I can't do fries.
So to say, hey, yeah, you can get your bacon double cheeseburger from any restaurant and just throw out the bun, and you're golden.
Oh.
Like last week, Chris brought all these like sausage egg McMuffins. I just throw the McMuffin away and eat the sausage.
Chris brought you guys sausage egg McMuffins?
Maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. We feasted last Saturday when we worked. I mean, there was donuts, there was like sausage egg McMuffin, energy drinks.
We didn't get fucking shit.
Okay, I can't control that. Okay, but I didn't eat the donuts, and
no one gives a shit about third shift.
Let me finish.
No, I'm mad now.
Well, don't be mad. Okay, so all I ate was the sausage and the egg. So it's actually a good thing because you can still eat. You can eat really well.
Can't drink beer?
No, you're not drinking beer.
Does beer have carbs?
Beer has a lot of carbs and sugars. You wanna limit your sugar and carbs.
But I work out.
Okay, that's the way you go. You're a runner too, so and you're half my age, so you have a lot of options. You have a higher metabolism, you have more energy, and you like to exercise. But for me, I got to find another loophole, right? So it's say, hey, this works for me. I drop 7 pounds in a month. I haven't been to the gym. I eat steak like 2-3 times a week.
That's bad for your heart.
No, it's not.
Red meat.
Okay, that's
what they say.
That's what they say when you're putting in tons of carbs, because your body's going to eat the carbs before it eats anything else. But you get rid of the carbs, your body's going to be eating the fats and the bad stuff, and then you're just gonna. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Fat and red meat and salt.
What got you into this? Look in the mirror one day and just be like, "Fuck."
No, it wasn't none of that.
Because remember what you told me when I started running and I said I wanted to lose weight? Do you remember what your fucking ass said to me?
I do not recall.
You're like, why? You're like, look at me. I'm fat and I'm comfortable and I'm happy. I do what I want.
So what got me into it is, I want to extend my life longer. So in order to do that, I need to get in a little better shape, lose a little more weight, because I want to live to be 100.
Are you scared to die, Jerry?
I'm not scared to die.
You had a sleepless night when you're like,
I didn't have
what
a sleepless
the fuck?
night. I just said, hey, you know what? I want to hit 100. I set a goal for myself, and I want to achieve that goal. Just like I try to get you to do. Set a goal. Get you 1,000 followers. Let me electrocute you. And then you'll be up to 5,000 followers. Okay? So I said, yeah, hey, maybe I want to reach 100. So my body hurts all the time. You know what? I had a lot of acid, a lot of heartburn, but now I don't have it anymore. So there's foods that you can eliminate that will make you feel better and stop ailments from the inside just by stop eating them. So I tested that theory. You know what? I started on keto and I was like, man, I haven't had heartburn. Some aches and pains have been feeling good. We went to Disneyland and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take these 2 days off and go back to eating, Monster burgers and chocolate bars and just whatever, right? For like 2 days, I was like, I feel like crap. I got heartburn again. And then I got home. I got back on the keto. So obviously some of the foods I was eating is doing damage or causing things for me, making me feel bad. So, but I've had more energy and less whatever, heartburn, acid, whatever. So, and it's not hurting nothing. So
I'm glad you're, feeling better.
That's why I fried the bacon. I got a lot of bacon.
You're married now? Feeling better?
Pretty much married, yep.
Damn, dude.
It's life's good.
That's good.
You finally let me do a podcast. I mean, it's been a year.
Finally
44 episodes.
I've been wanting to come over. You wouldn't let me come over. You said Lisa said I couldn't come over.
I didn't say that.
Because of COVID.
Well, during the pandemic, yeah, of course.
Okay. But we were still at work, hanging out together, on lunch.
Social distancing.
All right.
I mean, 6 feet is 6 feet. I don't make the rules. It is what it is.
Are you going to wear your mask still at work?
No, I don't have to.
I know we don't have to anymore.
Well, if you've been vaccinated, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You've been vaccinated?
That's a personal question that you're not supposed to ask people.
That's what work will say, but I'm asking it as coworker to coworker, uncle to nephew, convict to citizen.
No, I'm not vaccinated.
Yeah, I know you're not vaccinated. That was a rhetorical question. I knew the answer to that.
Well, yeah.
But I'm not going to leak it out. I'm not going to narc you out, man. I'm not DEA.
Yeah, you're not going to narc it out. It's going to be on the it's going to be on YouTube, but don't narc me out.
Well, I mean, you control that. If you want to narc yourself out and you didn't want to edit it.
I don't care. I'm not vaccinated. It doesn't mean I'm not going to get vaccinated. It just currently
He's going to get vaccinated after this, so pay no attention.
I'm not vaccinated.
It's fine. I mean, that's on you. I mean, I got vaccinated.
You're not one of those people who look at people who aren't vaccinated differently?
No, my daughter didn't get vaccinated.
She lives in Alabama. I don't even think they knew the pandemic was going on.
They did. She got COVID.
Yeah, but when you went to visit, everything was open.
Well, they don't get a lot of news media out there.
That's what I'm saying. They're probably
but she knew. But she said it didn't affect her that much. Her and her husband both got it. But I mean, vaccination. I mean, should everyone get it? I mean, they should.
So you're pro-vax?
I mean, considering the circumstances we just went through, I would say, yeah. I mean, I think it would I would like to see everything get back to normal. And if that's what it takes, then I could be for it. I mean, there was no side effects. I mean, You
didn't get sick after the second one?
No. Maybe I had some memory loss occasionally.
Memory loss?
Maybe forgot my name once or twice. Big
Whoa,
deal.
Whoa.
But it's okay.
Don't just skim over that. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's just things happen, right?
You forgot what your name was?
Maybe sometimes. It's a couple. I don't know.
I just think.
But anyways, you got to think about what about everyone else, right?
You do?
Younger people, we don't need to get vaccinated, but younger people connect with older people.
Most of the younger kids want to get vaccinated.
Not the ones I know.
The younger generation.
Not the ones I know.
You know me. That's
yeah,
it.
I know another one.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't give a shit.
Yeah. So,
Well, you don't give a shit when you're at work all goddamn day.
well, if you come in contact with older people where it could, affect them severely.
That could happen if I had the flu or a cold.
The flu didn't cause a pandemic. Neither did the cold.
But
It didn't put us in lockdown.
A cold can still kill an old person.
It could. So could the sun. I'm just saying, it's been a rough year.
No one cares about old people.
Obviously not. But you know what? I'm on deck. So I'd like to see a little more...
Yeah, you are.
I'd like to see a little more proactivity going on for them.
Yeah.
I mean, you got parents.
I think, yeah.
You think? Yeah, you do. Look out for their well-being, too. They're on deck,
They're vaccinated.
too. Good for them.
They took care of themselves.
Good for them.
So
I took care of myself.
Good.
So I got one of each. I got a Pfizer, a Moderna, and a Johnson & Johnson.
Jesus.
I got like triple ply.
I hope that's not real. I hope that's
Why?
not true. You got all three?
Well, the Pfizer, I got two of those because they do two of them.
Yeah.
So, and then I got Johnson & Johnson. When the women were having trouble, I was like, let me try this out. And I didn't have any problems.
What is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Why would you do that?
I didn't do that, man. I got the original
really,
one. Come on, man. I don't even think that's legal. Maybe it is.
That's what I'm saying.
I got the original one. The
Pfizer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My brother and my...
Well, I got the best one. Your brother got it?
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Where my daughter works, they gave employees like $100 if they got vaccinated.
Yeah, you know what that pisses...
Which I know it's not nothing, but I mean, it's something.
No, that's dumb, dude. Why are you incentivizing that with money?
Well, she works for Toyota, so, they... Japanese, Asians, whatever, they like to control things. And they got to keep the flow flowing. So it's like, hey, vaccinated. Keep them engines rolling.
Making the Japanese...
She's working like 7 days a week.
Yeah, pumping out them Toyota Tacomas.
She's working 7 days a week.
Pumping out them Japanese Rangers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? They pay, like, she makes more than I do. She probably makes more than anyone that I work with does. Just starting off.
And lives in Alabama.
Just starting off. So.
And lives in Alabama.
Anyways, what are we talking about? We haven't even talked about sports yet, have we?
No, dude.
Baseball's going on.
Braves suck ass.
Well, you know what? The good thing about the Braves is even where they're at, they're still like only one game out of their division lead. Okay?
Chop on. Can't say that no more.
Yeah, we can.
Chop on.
We're not going back to that conversation.
Tomahawk chop.
We're not going back to that conversation, okay?
You can't say that no more.
Yeah, you can. We're not going to be that
You can't do that no more.
So anyways,
shit, dude.
they're only one game out.
Okay.
No matter how bad their season's been. Here's what I want to talk about.
Because you're in a shitty ass division.
Maybe so were the Cowboys. So how'd that work out for them? They still didn't make the playoffs. Anyways, let's not cross sport right now. So, you follow baseball, right?
Every day.
Good. So, you know about God, what's the freaking Japanese guy's name?
Otani.
Shitani.
Otani.
Shotan. What's it? Shaitan.
Show something.
Shoten,
Otani.
whatever.
Otani, yeah.
He just hit 30 home runs.
Bombs.
We're just hitting the All-Star break. Right? So, all year, they've been talking about, like, pitchers using foreign substance and pitchers, they're getting every edge and everything.
We're getting to this.
But I don't see it because guys are crushing the ball. If you look right now, there's probably, I want to say probably 10 guys that are probably at the 25 home run mark. Right about now.
Okay.
At the halfway point. Okay, if you go back to like in the 80s, hitting 30 home runs was a big deal for an entire season.
That's because people in the 80s had...
That was a big deal.
They had no talent.
Dude. 80s, probably in the 90s, it was probably the same thing.
Steroid era.
Yeah, then the steroids, right? And then but 30 home runs, that was like, you're an all-star. Now, if you don't
doesn't
hit
matter.
40, if you don't hit 40 now, you're not even on a baseball
The
card.
steroid era set the precedent.
I know. But right now,
Okay.
so what is I don't see pitchers getting any kind of advantage when guys are still crushing the ball.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes. Go ahead.
What sells in baseball?
Tickets. Home runs. Offense.
Home runs.
Home runs.
Home runs. The MLB this year, they had, like, out of any year, the batting average across the board has been like the lowest.
It's down.
It's down.
It's down.
They don't like that.
They don't like it.
They changed that shit immediately. What are the pitchers? They've been using shit. Everyone knows. It is what it is. MLB knew about it. They changed that shit mid-season.
Yeah,
Why? Because the offense was low.
Offense.
They wouldn't have cared if people were still hitting bombs, because what sells to the average person who doesn't give a fuck about baseball, who just tunes in, no one wants to see a pitching duel.
Strikeouts.
I want to see a pitching duel.
Strikeouts.
I love strikeouts.
No hitters. There's been a lot of no hitters this year.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Yeah.
The stubs and stiz and all that. That doesn't sell tickets.
They think that's what's causing it?
What sells tickets is home runs. It's all about money, dude. That's what it comes
Hitting
down
bombs. All-Star break.
Money.
Home run derby.
People want it.
Ooh, All-Star break. They do a home run derby. They don't do a strikeout derby.
Yeah. Why?
Wow, I
Because
never
what
thought about
sells?
that.
Home runs.
Conspiracies.
It's all about money, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's about money.
MLB, the bat average is low. Probably people tuning in is low.
Home runs, man. They're just killing it.
Yeah. So they like that shit. Because what sold? Barry Bonds hitting shit into McCovey Cove every home game.
Bond, Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
The Bash Brothers.
Yeah. So, that's what it's all about, dude.
So should they
it's all about ratings.
Should they just make steroids legal
They should.
and just do it, guys?
They should make steroids and prostitution legal.
Can we
It's
just
all about
stick to
money.
sports right now?
Yeah.
Just let them do it. Just say kill it, guys.
Yeah.
Someone get
Load
100
up.
home runs. Someone give me 100
Lenny
home run season.
Dykstra was doing steroids before steroids was illegal.
That's a long time ago.
Early 90s, 90, 91, maybe even 88. I don't know.
Probably in the 80s.
He was on the Mets.
And
then
the Phillies?
He got signed a big contract to the Phillies. Put a fat fucking dip of Redman in.
And ripped his shirt off.
Jacked up.
Yeah,
dude.
he ripped his...
He was doing steroids before it was illegal.
Yeah.
So.
But then, I don't know. Bonds hit it really well.
Dude, he had the prettiest swing. Still does.
I know. But, I mean, you could
Just
see
have
a
to hit
big
the ball.
difference before and after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same with,
A lot of them.
McGuire. For sure.
Mm-hmm. Sammy Sosa. Corked bat. That was a pretty good one. And the bat breaks and... Hey, look at that. Hey, that. Oh, that's my batting practice bat. I don't know how it got there.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he said, this is my batting practice bat. I don't know how it got there. Yeah, you know exactly how you got
Why
it.
are you sitting in the chair like a
Because
high schooler?
I'm getting whatever, man. I'm getting uncomfortable, sweaty.
Jeez, dude.
Well, just relax.
No, yeah. So with that whole deal, dude, it's all about ratings, bro.
I know,
Money,
it's ratings.
They don't give a shit, dude.
So speaking of ratings, and you being a Dodgers fan, is there anything going on with the Dodgers right now in the news?
Yeah,
Okay.
Trevor.
Did I touch a subject?
No, I don't give a shit. We
Okay.
can talk about it,
What do you think about it? What
Dude.
have you read? What do you know?
dude. I read that he was doing.
I read a couple
I read
lines.
that Trevor Bauer was doing some brutal ass shit to some chick.
Okay.
But also, I'm not defending nobody, but I'm just saying the chick
good call there.
said she wanted to get fucking choked out, and so there was these sexual abuse allegations.
So they both got they're both saying they've got evidence
Yeah.
supporting he's saying she invited it,
She invited it. Okay.
right? He's saying, "Oh, I got proof. I got messages."
Dude, I got
saying,
major problems with this chick saying if she was unconscious and woke up and dude, Trevor's still pumping her out, like, bro, what are you doing? You don't want to stop and check, like, yo, are you good? You might want to take your dick out of the chick if she's not conscious.
Well, I mean,
But then she
Listen.
but then she left, right? Then she came back again.
that's where I
That's
would
where
say,
I'm going. Like, okay, what are you
if
doing?
you go there and you say, oh, he did this, but I still went out with him a second time, then that makes me a little suspicious.
Well,
Why'd you go?
No, it's not. It's just weird. It's
No,
weird on
it's
both
just-
ends.
it's suspicious.
It's fucking weird. It's weird that he did that, and then it's weird that
Well, people are weird. People got kicks.
they like some people like erotic ass abusive shit. It's weird.
But I'm just saying the point is there's a lot of people that
But
do
Trevor
that.
should know. Trevor Bauer, as a professional athlete
Any
with a lot of
athlete
money, should know what you're getting yourself into
You can't
doing
do
some
it.
stupid
You can't
shit
do
like
that.
that. What
Yeah.
are you doing? Are you trying to lose your job? Because all it takes is, even if she wants that exact thing,
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. If she said, "I want you to knock me out unconscious, punch me in my face,"
you're setting yourself up for failure.
yeah, you're not a very smart individual. So
Yep.
I don't feel bad for Trevor Bauer if he gets in trouble. I
And
don't
that
feel
happens
bad.
a lot with athletes. I don't know why.
You didn't watch Kobe Bryant go through it?
I know.
What are you guys doing?
That's what I'm saying.
What are you guys doing?
If I'm an athlete and I'm signing big contracts and everything, it's like I'm out of the media.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bars. I'm not. It's just like
No, I'm collecting this paycheck
You know.
for as long as I can, and I'm
Yep.
not going to fuck it up
I'm a
by doing
hermit.
dumb
I'm a
shit.
hermit.
No, not him.
Yep.
Not him. He's beating up on her.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to read. I was like, Jesus.
I know.
It was,
I know.
even if it was all consensual, still, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
That's just.
But it was weird that she goes, and then I went a second time.
That was weird too.
I'm like,
because
why would you do
if
that?
you did that, this whole story is kind of mute.
Yeah.
Because
now
you're kind of backing up what he said. That he's saying it was consensual. She wanted it because you went back. I mean,
if you didn't
and
go
I'm
back,
not trying to say it's right
it's
or
a touchy
wrong.
subject.
It's if you're a high profile athlete on a high profile team, a World Series team, or anything like that,
you gotta
take
know
better,
yourself,
man.
Yeah,
How do the owners? They need to keep their guys in check. That should be pushed. Like, hey, come on, guys.
Yeah.
But anyways,
That's bad. It's a real bad look. Even if it was consensual and nothing comes of it, it's forever a bad look.
It's a black eye.
It's forever, and it's not gonna go away now.
Yeah.
Now people are gonna call you a woman beater. They're gonna know that you're a fucking weirdo.
Games are gonna be.
You're gonna get
People are gonna
signs.
be protesting, booed.
They're gonna be signs in the
Yeah.
stands now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just have fun now in the future.
Yep.
And like I said, I'm a Dodger fan, and he just came this year. If it was like Clayton Kershaw, I would have been like,
that'd be a cut.
That would break my heart.
That'd be a deep cut.
But it's Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
He's a new guy.
He's not connected.
No,
He's not Dodger blue.
No, he don't got a World Series ring.
That's
so
good. That's good.
He can kick rocks. We don't need him. We'll fucking buy another pitcher. Why? Because we're the Dodgers, and that's what we do.
There you go.
Okay.
I like it.
We'll fucking buy another one.
So Braves, they're not done. They got it. Weak division, tight division. They're only one game out.
See, Acuna got hit, and then
he got
the
hit,
Marlins,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Don Mattingly, former Dodger.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
I like that. I like when the managers go out there and just start some shit, talk shit.
Yeah.
He said that's fucking horse shit.
I know. Do you see that one? Like when they were checking Scherzer, they checked him like 3 or 4 times.
That was bullshit. That's bullshit.
They're
That's
like
out of
checking
hand.
his hair. It's like
That's out of hand, dude.
that's.
See, you're putting the power in the umpires.
I'm not.
No, not you, but
No, you said you.
MLB.
You're looking at me and you said you. I had nothing to do with it.
Relax, buddy.
I'm relaxing.
No.
Yeah.
So as the MLB, you're putting power in the umpires' hands, and they're gonna if they don't like you as a pitcher, or you're arguing balls and strikes, they're gonna fuck with you.
Yep. That's what they
You know?
did.
And Scherzer's up there foaming at the mouth all day. Just fucking, So, yeah, I don't really like that. I mean, you could check him, but how many times are you gonna check him?
It's going to slow the game down. People are going to get upset. It's like, just let it go.
Yeah.
They should just make it all legal.
Do steroids.
Let pitchers. Hey,
shit.
use your tar, your pine tar, whatever, Vaseline, whatever you want to use. Hitters, juice up.
And let's
then
fucking see it.
Let the gods collide.
Let's see
and
it.
whatever happens, happens.
Let's see
if you're throwing 112 miles, striking people out, if you're crushing 500-foot home runs, just light the scoreboard up.
Yeah.
Give the people the money's worth.
Yeah, and then 3 years from now, the average score of a baseball game is going to be 37-29.
There you go.
Just home
run
like a football season. Yeah.
Football's around the corner. 67 days till kickoff.
Oh God, dude, I don't.
You don't like football anymore,
dude. Fucking Cowboys are disappointing.
That was last season, man. It's a new season.
I gotta take another piss. I broke the seal.
Broke what seal?
My fucking piss seal.
Okay, as long as you didn't break none on the toilet, that's fine. You're disappointed. I think the Cowboys are going to be fine. Last year, everyone just needs to put an asterisk and a fluke on last year in everything. Not on most things. Don't tell me it was a weird year, right? A lot of stuff going on. No fans, no training, no OTAs, new coaches, new players. It was kind of a hard situation.
Okay.
So
for everyone.
Yeah.
So what's the Cowboys' excuse?
Some people adjust, right? Some people can adjust better. Some people can handle it, right? Some people can handle being locked in. Some people can't. Well, some people have better management that can deal with it.
Cowboys definitely don't have good management.
You lose a player, you lose the leader of the team, whatever. No one steps in. Some players got paid. I mean, I'm just saying, the defense, whatever. It was garbage. What it was.
Dog water.
Was it the players? Was it the coach? Was it the scheme? Who knows?
Well,
we'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Right? Because they invested heavily in the draft. Right?
So we'll see. And then hopefully your theory stands where we have a great season because it's back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I'm just going to be disappointed again.
I have confidence
as I always have been.
Well, I haven't always been disappointed. I've seen them win.
Yeah, well, you're old.
So I'm not that old.
In the past 26 years, garbage.
What year were you born? You were born in 95. Maybe you're the reason why they haven't won because that's the last time they won. Maybe you cursed them.
My dad named me after them.
Maybe your dad, yeah. Maybe he cursed them by getting a little too big-headed and say, "Oh, Cowboys, we're good. I'm gonna name my firstborn Dallas."
Yeah, and then
then
we got
what
Quincy
happened?
Carter.
Then you got Quincy Carter, Cocaine Carter, and now they haven't, won a Super Bowl since.
Hey, Tony Romo was a good quarterback.
Tony Romo was a good quarterback. They're not as bad as the Lions, Detroit. I think Detroit.
Is that our thing? Hey, we're not as bad as the Lions.
We're not.
We both play on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's another similarity, huh?
Yeah, but we're not as bad as they are.
Yeah, maybe combined they could work something out. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a different year.
All right, it's good. What other sports are you into? That's it?
I mean, there's other sports, but what do you think about the Raiders guy?
What Raiders guy?
The one that just came out.
What?
Do you not follow sports when it's not in season?
No, I don't.
You didn't hear about that?
I don't care about off-season bullshit.
So a Raiders player
came out as gay?
Came out as gay.
Give a fuck?
I'm not asking you if you...
I know.
I'm asking your opinion about it.
I don't care. Good for him.
Okay.
I mean, he's in the Bay Area. Oh, no, they're in Las Vegas. I don't care, dude. Oh,
that
God.
Was kind of stereotype.
What? He get the most support there. It's not like he's playing in Nashville.
No. You just said, I mentioned a gay, and you're like, well, he's in the Bay Area. He's in the right place.
Yeah, like you ever been to the Gay Pride Parade in San Francisco? I mean, it's, they get a lot of support there. Okay? If a dude on Nashville came out and said that, probably fans would probably be a little more judgmental. That's what I'm saying. Homophobia was more of a thing back then. Not saying you were homophobic.
It wasn't a thing. When I was 12 or 15 in the 80s, I didn't know what gay was. I never even heard of it. We didn't know what that transgender was.
Okay,
We didn't know
I get
what
it.
depression was. So it wasn't a phobia. We never even heard of it. We're outside playing in dirt, eating paste. Everyone playing together, boys and girls, drinking from the water hose. We weren't bashing people because, oh, is that a guy or a girl? We didn't make judgments like that. Everyone played together. Everyone drank from the same water hose. This all started in the 90s when people started identifying everything. Oh, this is blue. This is orange. It's a stupid color. It's a beanbag chair. You know, it was the 90s when they started saying, oh, everything's got to be put here in a label. That's where they came out with. Then when you come out with labels, then you got people that say, well, I don't like that label. Where you could have just said, oh, it's a beanbag chair. So don't say it was us. It just started in the 90s when they started labeling everything. And then people started disagreeing with the labels. And then bashing started.
Well, that's just my thing. If I hear people...
Well, I just checked your thing.
If I hear people talk about, like they say like homophobic things and they feel that way, and then I ask them if they listen to Queen, and I love Queen,
Yeah.
Like that dude was sucking dick.
Okay.
So it's like, you let him go because he makes great music, so we'll just let it slide.
Well,
I
didn't say anything against
Well, he makes great music. So...
any of them.
Yeah,
I didn't bash any of them.
You did.
We didn't bash people for specific reasons.
Yeah, you did.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
People do that all the time, though.
We did it in the 80s just for fun. And we did it to our friends. We didn't just bash someone and leave them in the ditch. We'd bash them and then bring them over for a sleepover and feed them dinner. And then the next day, maybe you got bashed. That was called playing.
We still do that, my friend group. We talk shit to each other all the time.
Yeah.
That's part of,
Sometimes they leave them in the ditch.
But
And sometimes they bash them for particular reasons. Because in the 90s, we decided, hey, we need a label. Everything needs a label.
But my point is, it's kind of like racism in Alabama, right? There's a lot of racism in Alabama, but if you're a really good black player on the Roll Tide, it's like, it's all right. It's right. We'll be racist over here, but you keep doing your thing. You keep winning football games.
Yeah.
And it's like...
But isn't that everywhere?
It doesn't make sense.
Isn't that everywhere?
So people's values and what they value is like, it's like, why?
But that's probably like every state. I know it's probably more in
I just use Alabama.
Tennessee,
as
Georgia area.
I use that as an example because Roll Tide has like a long history of winning. Their football team.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of racism and the Klan and everything's down there, but they all are Alabama football fans and support that.
Did you know the Klan started off as protection for abused women?
I didn't know that.
Well,
is that a fact?
That is a fact. When it originated, and that was actually during the Confederate Wars, and it was for like women that were being abused by their husbands or boyfriends, and then they gave them shelter, and that's how it started. Somewhere along the lines, it took a little detour. It went to the right. It's like, hey, we're not going left, we're going right.
And they haven't been back, so...
And they stayed on that path. So,
Jesus.
For whatever reason. I don't know.
Where did you learn that? What's your source?
Google it. That's what I did.
All right.
I heard it. I heard someone say it, right? So I fact-checked them.
And you're like, wow.
I mean, yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
I mean, that's what you do. You look it up. I hear something. I don't believe it, but I'll check multiple sources and then see if they all line up. And that's what you do.
Well, it's interesting times.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
don't care. And I don't, again, so going back, what do I think about the dude from the Raiders coming out as gay? Good for him.
It's no big deal, right? Because just because he
my
did
point of saying everything else was that if he's good, like if he was a superstar, no one would care.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care, and that's my point. Is like no one should care anyway.
That's my point.
But if he's good, then
That's
it's like
my
less
point.
people.
My point
more
is,
people are gonna be like, "Oh, but he's good."
my point is, okay.
Then that's my point with racism and
Let me finish my story.
homophobia. That's my point with racism and bringing up Queen and Elton John with homophobia is like they make amazing music, so people let it slide. With the racism, he's really good on the football team. We'll let it slide. With him, okay, he's gay, but he's good, so we'll let. It's like it shouldn't matter anyway. That's where people's values are all fucked up and what they care about. It's like, dude,
Some people's, yeah.
you know,
But that doesn't, you can't tag that to everyone in the 80s that grew up in the 80s.
I was just talking shit about you.
Yeah, you threw me under the bus. Okay? Because my whole point is he's obviously not the first gay football player.
No.
There's been probably hundreds before him. Okay? My thing is, why do you gotta? I mean, God, I don't even know. I think labels are dumb. Well, I mean, why does it even got to be a thing? Why do you got to even say that? Would you just sitting around and be like, I think I'm gonna put a post out. I'm gay. Just be gay. You were gay the day before, and the world was fine.
So you feel you don't need to let everyone know. Just do your thing.
Well, when you do that, to me, it's like you're asking for attention or special,
or even you're putting a target on your back,
or you're putting a target on your back because you are, because there's going to be a group that's going to be a hater, right? And then there's going to be the group that support them, and then there's going to be this small group where I'm at to be like, whatever, man. Why does everything got to be thrown out there? Why can't we all just live as beanbag chairs? Why can't it be, you know what? We're human beings.
Yeah.
Why does it got to be a black? Why does it got to be an Asian? Why does it got to be an Indian? Why does it got to be a gay or a trans? Why can't we just say, hey, we're people. We live on the same planet, which we're destroying, which would be a whole nother 2-hour conversation. But I'm just saying, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I'm just trying to live, survive, work, take care of my family. To me, I think the whole label and everything has got to be talked about is just too much. It's just a lot. Because when you do that, you are going to get negative reaction. And you're going to get positive reaction too, but people tend to focus on the negative more, right?
Yeah.
So.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I don't,
you know.
But everyone wants to feel.
Everyone wants to feel. Yeah.
We just leave it at that. Everyone wants their own identity, I guess. You know. Well, that's a real thing. Like, what do you identify as? You know, they have the pronouns and all that now. She, her.
They were saying in school they're not allowed to say that anymore. The teachers aren't allowed to, like.
Well, I don't.
Boy, girl.
Yeah, I was supposed to use like they, them, or I don't know, something. To like
me, that's
person.
too much. That's too much.
Yeah,
that's too much.
That's a little overkill.
No, that's too much.
Yeah, it's overkill.
That is too much. Let's leave it. That's too. What?
Yeah, it's like
we could spend all day talking about.
It's like over the top woke. Like you are doing too much now. It's like, okay, relax.
We need to.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with being a boy, and there's nothing wrong with being a girl. Like boy, girl. I'm a man. You're a man. That's Jesus. You know, there's this comedy bit. I think C.K. Lewis did it or something. Is that his name? I don't know, but he said because he's white. He's like, I'm white. I said I can go back in time, any time period, and I'm good. Cause why? Cause I'm white. I go back to year 1. And I'm going into the 5-star restaurant and ordering a steak, and no one's going to say nothing. He's like, what I'm worried about is the future of being a white man and what's going to happen then.
I mean, that's kind of right now.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that was a joke back in like 2013 or something.
I mean,
and it's like
just, it is. I don't know.
It's like
things. I don't know. It's a different world. Kids are.
But you didn't grow up in it, so you're kind of.
Yeah, but I work with it. I live in it now, right? I work with.
I think that's the hardest part for like older people is how you guys grew up as, and versus now having to like live in a totally different society.
Yeah. I hate having to explain everything. Can't I just send your collage of pictures and let you figure it out? I know that was just a joke, but there's just some things. It's like,
hey, don't throw me in the.
I'm not throwing you. That was a joke. Okay, that was a joke.
Throw me under the bus.
That was a little joke. Just because I figured you would have got it. I figured you would have caught on. Maybe you would have. Maybe I should have dropped some more hints. Whatever. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of explaining that needs to be done.
Well, I didn't know that she didn't want to marry. I didn't know the whole backstories.
I thought you did. It's not that she didn't want to marry me. She didn't believe in the institution of marriage because it was bad the time before.
Right.
I'm marriage worthy.
Muscle shirt and all.
I got a closet full of them. But
it's good, man.
It is.
Well, it's been 2 hours.
2 hours.
There's probably like 3 people listening at this point. It's all good.
What do you mean? 3 people? Are we live?
No, but when I put.
Oh, you're saying people ain't gonna listen that long?
No.
They might.
Maybe.
We'll
see.
We need to just, I don't know.
But I love the room. This is cool.
When you get to 1,000 followers, people don't need to forward it because I will come back and
I get subscribers every time I drop a podcast.
We need 1,000 if y'all want to see him pee his pants, because I will shock him, and that'll just be the tip of the iceberg. And then order a shirt, and then cut the sleeves off.
Yeah, and it's the MD muscle shirts.
That's what I do, man. That's me.
What size t-shirt do you wear?
I think this is a 2X, but I'm in ketosis, so it may soon just be a regular X.
Okay.
So I plan on doing this for a while. It's how you're supposed to live. It's what your body. It's what they did in the old days when man first became man.
Yeah, that's why there was no fat people back then.
I know. Your body's not designed to process carbs and sugars. So it's not a diet. It's the way you should live. That's why we have teeth for ripping flesh off of bones. So it's just, I'm trying to change my lifestyle to the way it's supposed to be. So
I respect that. That's good for you, dude. That's
but I do miss, sometimes I want a chocolate cake. Sometimes I want a Hostess cupcake.
Or a beer.
I don't really crave beer. But
you never sometimes I just want ice cold beer, man.
Yeah, but you're what we call alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Did you quit drinking at one time?
I did.
And
I lost some major weight.
And then what happened? You started back up.
Just wanted a beer one day.
One day you wanted the beer. So it is what it is.
Dude, I drink.
I drink
like once a week, dude.
Okay.
Is that bad?
It's not my right to say, but if that's what you're saying, if you just maybe once a week you have a few beers.
Why are you sitting like that?
What does it matter? Is this bad? Because maybe
I'm judging you.
Maybe I'm a little OCD. Maybe I'm a little
Maybe you're just a little challenged.
Maybe I am. Maybe I got a little Down syndrome in me, or a little what do they call it? Rain Man. Oh, autistic. Yeah. Maybe I'm a little autistic.
You might be autistic.
I can't hold still. Maybe so. But you know what? That's perfect for this world. I could probably run for governor and be like, hey, I got autism. Maybe you can make me mayor. And I could probably get enough. Kyle Jenner's running for mayor.
Kyle?
Governor.
Caitlyn?
Whatever. Bruce. Let's call it what it is. Bruce. For governor of California.
He's going to win. Or she. Or whatever.
That's another podcast episode.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have me back. But that's a whole...
Dude, I'll have you back.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I'm going to have you on every week.
Anyways, yeah, I have a... Yeah, I'm a fidgety person.
Okay. That's nothing wrong with that.
And my underwear right up in me when it gets sweaty, so...
All right.
It is what it is.
All right, well, this is the Mulberry Podcast. This is Jerry.
And this is Dallas. And this is episode 44.
45.
Okay, 45. So
Say 45 in Spanish.
ocho cinco.
That's 85.
No?
That's 8 and 5.
1, 2, 3. Cuatro, cinco.
4 or 5. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Oh,
fine.
okay. You want it correctly. Let's see. Cuatrinte cinco.
That's close enough.
That's good enough.
Hey, good for you.
Get
man.
1,000 subscribers, and we will stun this guy. And then we'll see what happens when we get to 5,000. We'll set
Jesus.
another bar. You got to keep setting the bars. You got to challenge yourself.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
And sell some more shirts at Target.
They probably won't want my shirts.
Did you do it in a parking lot? Like the tamale lady. She works Walmart. You work Target.
I might have to do that. A little pop-up shop, huh?
You know, I'm trying to get you to Fubo level.
Fubu.
Okay.
Okay.
Cut.
All right. The Mulberry Podcast. We'll see you.
Mulberry.